Hello there, my name is Stephanie Wolf, and I'm a mother of 3 children. They are 5, 8, and 14, and I live in Alliston. My husband is a teacher. I work for public health, and I've lived in Alliston for 11 years, my husband longer. And when I first got here, I did look around for a church to attend. And I had attended other services, but I really like the open-minded and inclusive philosophy of the United Church, so I attended a service for St. John's United. And the first thing I noticed was the beautiful space, because I grew up in a church with stained glass windows, beautiful stained glass windows, and St. John's United had the same feeling. It just brings me peace, it brings me joy, it makes me feel like the message is around us. And it also has a hall, just like a parish hall that I grew up in, running around, and children can run around in it. So I also noticed the solar panels on the roof, and that was a draw for me because I care deeply about climate change, of course, for future generations, for now, for justice in the world. And I, through seeing those panels, felt like this church might have the same kind of environmental justice concerns that I do, and to try to do small, concrete things about that. So all those things drew me in, but what I found when I stayed was the sermon of the minister that was there when I attended was a real draw. And just the people, the community, the peace that I feel when I'm in a church, that really it is a change in my regular busy life. I really feel that I'm almost meditative, and I think the world can use more of the feelings of stopping, reflecting, how to make the world a better place, do the work that Jesus did, and welcome everybody, welcome people of all genders and classes and orientations and races. That's important work, and at church I really feel connected to that work, and I feel that I found like-minded people when I joined the social justice committee at the church. So through that committee, I found people and projects such as welcoming refugees here. And I learned the history of St. John's and the work of the Social Justice, or the Mission and Outreach Committee, that, the Grandmothers for Grandmothers chapter in Alliston essentially, I believe, started with the St. John's United Committee, Mission and Outreach Committee. So I felt like this was a place for me and my passions, my volunteer passions, as well as my faith. So I really still love that about St. John's. I find an outlet for my work. I find peace and quiet. My kids, learn about all of the love that we should try to be in the light in the world. They learn about some issues that we need to solve and the ways that we are, taught and called to solve them. And it just feels like it's a nice reprieve from the routine of the week. As a Sunday school teacher, I tried to take kids outside when it was nice and do lessons out there and see nature. I find a lot of comfort and peace in nature, and there's a nice grassy area to do that. The church also has a community garden which I help coordinate, and the Sunday school classes have come and helped me do that, and they learn about where we bring the food to the food bank. I just feel really connected to other generations as well, because in neighborhoods sometimes there's people of mostly the same generation, depending on how the neighborhood is built or how new it is. But without a bunch of mixed housing, a lot of times, you know, even in our neighborhoods and in our work, we basically interact, unless you're a teacher, with people of the same age as us or in the same age group. And I find going to church, you know, I've made some good friends of different generations, and I value that. I think it's important to learn from people who have lived more years than I. I find all of that extremely valuable, and I don't think I would find it in one place like I have at St. John's United.